guys, Shane with Monkeying Around. This morning I want to tell you about my new to me kayak. I got it a couple of months ago, and I purchased it used from a guy off Craigslist. I paid a little under 400 bucks for it, and I really like it so far. A couple of things on it. There's a couple things I'd love to change, but I can't. But if you've watched my channel much, you know that over the past couple of months that I've hooked up with another YouTuber, a guy named Kevin. He's with the Wondering Electrician channel, and we've both put out some kayak camping videos. And of those videos, you get kind of two different views of the same trip, because we do the same trip. We take the same video, but we do two different views. And recently we hooked up and did a 65-mile trip on the New River. And during that trip, he carried he paddled a Wilderness Systems 145, Tsunami 145, and I paddled the Old Dirigo 120. Now my Old Town is it's about 12 foot long, about 28 inches wide. It has a super large cockpit, and that's something that I really like. The cockpit's about 18.5 inches wide and about 38 inches long. Now when I got this one, the first trip I took it out on the river, I broke the seat. So I had to order me a new seat, and I found one online for about 150 bucks. Didn't match up exact, so I had to do a little modification to it to make it match, but we got it working and all's good now. But this boat itself, passenger and gear, can carry about 350 pounds. The cockpit I like being so big because I like to take my kids with me when I go. I have 2 3-year-olds, and I like to just throw them in the lap if I'm doing a little short trip, and they can go with me. I love to just throw them in my lap, and they get to go too. And they have plenty of room to move around and have fun and all that good stuff. The cockpit's also a good size that you can still find a skirt for it. I bought a nylon skirt off of Amazon, and I paid about 40 bucks for it, but I got it off of Amazon and it fit pretty good. Didn't have no problems with it. Didn't really use it on the trip. I probably should have, but I didn't. But let me give you a little review. I've done a couple little modifications to it, nothing crazy, just a couple little things, and let me show you that and give you my likes and dislikes on the Old Town Dirigo 120. Now let me start up here at the front. The boat itself at the front, it's got some gear rigging, and I added, because this boat itself did not have any plugs, so as you see I added a plug to it there on the front, which come in handy. I also added 2 little J hooks right there, and then I added 2 little other hooks up front. Now those hooks come in handy because I put a deck bag on the front of it when I went down the trip. I also added a Scotty mount to the front of it for my camera, and I've been really pleased with it. I can't complain about it. I kind of like it. I had a homemade PVC DIY mount that I made, and I kind of liked it, but I bounced up, I kind of improved up to the Scotty mount not too long ago. It's got a cup holder on the deck there, and a little small dry storage area for it. Now the cockpit, as you can see, is like really big. The seat I put in after I broke my other one on another trip, and then in behind the seat it's got your bulkhead, and you've got a little room behind the seat before you get to the bulkhead, so you could actually stick something back there if you needed to. And I actually did. I put a water bladder back there so I could do some drinking as I was going down the river. On the back side, it's got a little more gear rigging, and then it's got the opening to your dry storage. Now the dry storage itself was big enough I was able to put about 4 10-liter dry bags in it, and then I put an extra pair of shoes and a couple other little small things back there, and was able to close it up and kind of get it locked And then I was able to stick a couple more dry bags on the top, and I had plenty of room. On the back, as you can tell, it had a spot made for a drain plug, but there wasn't a drain plug in it. So I got on Amazon and I ordered me two drain plugs. They had a 2-pack for like really next to nothing, and I got me a pack of those. And I put one in the front and one in the back. And those are the only modifications that I've done to it so far. The one thing that I want to do is somewhere back here before you get to the bulkhead, in this little part, I want to put a fishing rod holder. I'm going to cut a hole in it and put a little small fishing rod holder in it, and have me a little spot for my fishing rod. But that's my Dirigo 120. Like I said, it's a 12 foot long boat. Capacity on it's between 350 pounds, and it's got one dry storage in the back and then a little small one there on the deck. The only negative thing I would say about it, it's not a touring kayak, and you could definitely tell a difference. Kevin on the trip, he took a Wilderness Systems Tsunami 145, and the Tsunami 145 had a rudder system built onto it, and that thing made his steering so much better. He was able to go down the river a whole lot faster than I was. So my next one will probably most likely have a rudder system, and more than likely be a 14-foot kayak. But this one, like I said, is 12 foot, had enough room for me to take me and my gear on a 4-day trip anyway. But I was basically kind of maxed out right there. I wouldn't have been able to take a whole lot more. I wouldn't have been able to extend that trip out much more than what I had done already, because I was kind of at my max all the way around. But if you like the video, go down to the bottom, down below here, and give me the thumbs up. And if you feel like it, subscribe to the channel, because we'll have more videos coming. Absolutely more. We're already talking about trying to put together a couple more trips to get down the river a couple more times before winter kind of sets in. We're in September here right now in North Carolina, so we got a little bit more time we can paddle before the river gets really cold. But check us out on Facebook. Go over and check out Kevin's channel, the Wondering Electrician, and give him a subscribe. And check us out on Patreon. We're on Facebook, Patreon, and YouTube right now. Facebook.com/monkeyingaround, and then Patreon.com/monkeyingaround. So go check us out and give us some thumbs up. And always remember, go get your paddles wet.